until it's a dim down a notch. Cause I can name some things that I'm gon' do. Wow, wow, wow.
I want to see y'all have those edges. I want to see y'all have the edges. Wow. I want to see them edges and them baby hairs. Baby hair. Thank you for joining me on my channel. My name is ShanaJRaymore, and if you like what you see here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to see more videos like that, let's get this and if you want to see more videos like that, hit the thumbs up. I wanted to do this video for everybody struggling with their edges, because I don't care what type of hair you have. Sometimes we all struggle with our edges. It happens. I have seen a lot of people asking a lot of questions about how do I grow my edges, how do I keep my edges healthy, how do I slick back my edges. I wanted to just do like a semi-quick video on those things and my personal struggle with my edges. Yes, I have a little bit of baby hair. I have my full edge hairline, but I've been through a little bit of a struggle with them. When I first went natural, used to brush my hair back into a ponytail. I don't remember ever having any edge issues. I always constantly brush them with the boar's head brush. Never had an issue. Never hurt my edges, never broke off, nothing like that. And never used protective styles with added hair. Never had an issue. So it wasn't until I did that horrible dye job. If you want to watch my updated hair journey video, I talk about box dyes, and one of them had ruined my hair. It wasn't really my edges so much as just the dyed part, and I dyed the whole front of my head, so all that broke off. Well, that started within all the hair breakage that I suffered with my edges. It felt like they took forever to grow back in, and it was like this weird full bang from here, and curly hair and bangs don't mix. It was bad. I grew them back out after literal years, it seemed, and I did some twists with my own hair, trying out the mini twists. Remember when those were popular? They're super cute and I love them. They take forever to do, but I did not take care of my edges properly, and when I went to go take out the mini twist with my own hair, my edges went with it. My poor edges that I grew back. It took me years to grow back. And it doesn't end there. Didn't take care of my edges. They fell out. They literally fell out like in clumps. And you can really tell, but like all of this was just kind of sparse right here. It was just really sparse. And I stopped brushing my edges down when I would do things. It was just kind of slick it back with my hand and keep it moving. Then when I do my protective styles with braids in the front, I make sure if I'm doing a style, I usually try to braid this way and very light tension on the braid, or I try to make very large sections. So when I do like my kinky twists or like actual like braids, I do very like thick parts right here so that I don't take my edges with it. But yet again, I didn't take care of my edges, and my edges went with my protective style and I took them out. So let's all learn from that first. Be mindful of your edges in the first place, no matter what you do to them. No matter what you do, what type of style you do, you always have to be mindful of your edges. Well, the last time this happened was probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think it was a kinky twist that I did with my second daughter. But my edges came out again, and it was literally my edges this time. So this type of curly, fluffy hair that I have, it was just like little pieces of curls sticking up. And again, I stopped brushing my edges. And I feel like they've just taken forever to grow back. And maybe they haven't, I don't know, maybe it's just normal growth, but I feel the difference. Well, I've been trying to figure out different ways to get my edges to grow back in, better, thicker, fuller, what have you. This is, like I said, my full hairline. I have a spot right here that naturally, these right here grow in naturally, just kind of sparse right there. That's how my hairline is. So this is a full healthy hairline. The edges that broke off are shorter than the rest of my hair, but you can't tell. I got my waves back and everything. What's up? You can't tell. So like I said, those were my struggles with my edges. And in between time, when I was growing them back, these are some things that I realized that help at least my edges grow back. And I think they can help just about anybody with their edges, quite honestly, because these things are helpful on everyone's hair, because hair kind of grows in the same way. So one thing is, if you hadn't noticed, is brushing your edges. I know this, wait, no, don't brush your edges. It depends on what you're brushing your edges with, and how you're brushing your edges is what counts. So for me, I used, like I said, the little boar's head bristle brush. I started brushing my edges again, probably a couple months ago. And those brushes are really inexpensive. You can buy them for like $2, $3. And the key point is to get a softer bristle brush. It doesn't even have to so much smooth your hair down, like brush your whole hair. Literally, it's just to bring stimulation, to bring blood flow to your scalp here in this front part, and to push product into your hairline. So what I usually do is take a conditioner or like a hair dress, like hair lotion or something nutritious right here, something moist, so something that would put moisture into your hair, because you don't want to just dry brush your hair, and you don't want to put grease on dry hair. Like, that's like a no-no for anything. Never put oil and grease on top of dry hair. You want to seal in moisture, because grease and oil will keep extra moisture from getting in, or moisture from getting out. So you want to make sure you're keeping the moisture in there. So if you're going to brush your edges, moisturizer first, then you can use like an oil on top of that to seal that moisture in. But you can go ahead and you honestly can just go ahead and brush any, I'm not promoting any specific oil or lotion or anything, just anything with moisture in it. You could even do like water and like a little bit of, conditioner, and that's more than enough. And just a couple of times a day when you're styling your hair, brush your edges with like this part of your hair. Don't just brush it back, because you don't want to just pull constantly. So for me, I take the brush and I brush this way through my hair, and I just go a few strokes this way, and until I feel a kind of warm sensation right there. And you don't want to brush it hard, because you don't want to break the hair that's there. You're just, bringing that warm blood flow to the edge part of your head. And like I said, the moisture is consistent no matter what you do to your hair in general. Moisture, 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 moisture. On top of which, no matter what you do to your hair, no matter how you style your hair, always use moisture right here, and not just water. Because with those mini twists that I had, that's where I made my mistake. I was just wetting my hair and pulling it every different direction and styling it, but I wasn't putting moisture in this area for it to be sealed off and kept moisturized. So those two things are very, very important. Moisture all the time. Seal with an oil if you can. If you can't, it's better than nothing, to at least have the moisture behind it. But those two things right there have been helping me. My edges grew back just from the moisturizing alone, because before I started brushing it again, I would just rub through here and here, and I would always get, all of it through here, but I felt like they weren't speeding up. Now, since I've been brushing them back, not only do I get slicker ponytails and a sleeker hairline instead of it being like really frizzy right here, I can actually get everything down and together. So brushing it is key. Next, I think we all have heard this too many times. You cannot put so much tension on the hair that's right here. That'll break your hair off. Even though I didn't put tension on my hair, it still broke my hair off because, like I said, I wasn't taking care of it. So if you're not taking care of it and you use a tight style on top of it, even if you're taking care of your edges but you have a tight style, you never have no edges. It's just, I mean, that's just common sense, hopefully. I mean, common sense ain't so common, but you're gonna have an issue there if you have like a really tight style. So I see this a lot with a lot of little baby girls. We have them pull tight hairlines, like it's pulling and puckering the hairline, or even just the hair in general. No good. Keep it soft and loose in that area. And that goes for adults, teenagers, children. Keep it soft in this area. Do not put so much tension in that area, especially not for long periods of time. So when you're doing buns, when you're doing braids, when you're doing anything, you can still have a sleek hairstyle without having no edges pulled out. Like, I cannot stress that enough. We have got to stop doing the super tight hairline ends up being back here because we're pulling it back too much. So if you can't take anything back from this, the 3 points in how to grow, keep healthy edges: moisture, moisture, and more moisture. Brush your edges and make sure you're taking care of them and not putting them in high tension styles. You can style it and make it sleek, but you don't have to make it too tight. Bun life, triple bun life, fluff life.
Wow.